Welcome back to the channel, everybody. In today's video, we're going to go through a bunch of BOLO brands that you need to be looking out for when you're out there sourcing. I did try to narrow it down to just stuff that has a 50% sell-through or higher. That way, it's almost a guarantee. Some of it does depend on style or size, so you want to be specific when you're looking up sell-through rates when you're out there. But a lot of this stuff also transcends over to the other models and the other items in their catalog for that brand. So I've tried to bring it from kind of lowest tier quality and save the best to the end, so it should get progressively better as we go. But I found a lot of great stuff this week and I'm excited to share with you guys. So first up, we have an LL Bean. This is vintage, so this is made in USA. You can see it's got the tag with the Freeport, Maine on it. I really like the pattern on this. These go for 25 to 30 bucks, so not a huge money maker, but the sell-through is really good on them. Good time of year for heavier dress shirts or button-ups. Definitely good pickup if you see that stuff out there. Next up, we have BKE. This is the Stella. These are women's. They are a good size. They're also the flare cut. So even the boot cut doesn't do as well. The flare is super popular right now. These go for about 25, 30 bucks as well. So decent pickup if you find them out there for like 8 bucks or less. I think I paid 8 for those. Next up is a pair of Ariat. These are the M4s. These are a great pickup. These will go for $40 to $50. Great size, 36 by 34. Definitely be on the lookout for Ariat jeans, especially the M4s or the newer M5s. They're a great pickup. Very high demand. Next up is one that I've shown before. Nope, I'm sorry, I lied. So next up is, I wanted to include this because it's a 3XB. It's got a few things going for it. As you can see, it is Pima Soft Touch. So these are a very soft blend of Pima cotton. They're really nice. They feel really nice. It also has the Flesh Pony on it. So it's got 3 things going for it. It's a good size for Ralph Lauren, the 3XB. It's got the Flesh Pony, and it's a soft touch Pima cotton. So definitely be on the lookout for these. You know, even just Ralph Lauren polo in 3XB, if it looks good, in good condition, probably still a pickup, but definitely with all the additional factors worth grabbing. That'll probably go for 25, 30 bucks. Next up, I wanted to include this. This is a little outside of my metrics, and sometimes when stuff is outside of my metrics that I'm aiming for, if the sell-through is at or around 100%, I might still grab it. So this is a brand called Zero Foxtrot. Surprisingly, it's a graphic t-shirt brand. Well, they make other stuff, but their graphic t-shirts sell through at around 100%. They only go for about $20. I paid $5 for this one. There was another one right next to it, so I grabbed them both. Typically, that's not within my metrics, is flip 5 into 20, because after fees and everything, you might be right around $10 or less. I'm trying to push that mark up and just get things that are going to sell for $30 or higher, or at least be listed at $30 with offers maybe around $25. And speaking of that, here's something that fits that metric perfectly. So this is vintage Oshkosh. It's a size large. It's a heavy flannel. These go for around 25 to 30 bucks. Good sell-through on them. Don't see them out there too often, but a lot of times if you see Made in USA on the label, for especially older brands, definitely worth looking up. These are FootJoy Dry Joys. They are women's, as you can see there. But I looked up the sell-through on the women's ones, and they sell really well. These are like women's golf pants for like rain. They've got the FootJoy Dry Joys jackets that people are very familiar with. I paid $5 for these. These go for $35 to $40 with a good sell-through, which I was surprised because sometimes the women's golf stuff does not do as well, but those ones look like a winner. Next up are these REI. So these are the convertible pants. They're men's. They go for around $30. Nothing too crazy, nothing too exciting. It is a good size. They're XLT, and sell-through is good on these, so I pick up this stuff when I find it. These were $8. Definitely worth the grab. And we have, if you're not new to my channel, you're probably familiar with these by now, the Flex Fire Hose. These are a great pickup. These go for around 30, 35 bucks. Sell-through is really great on these. I pick them up every time I can find them for like $10 or less. They sell consistently. It's kind of a bread and butter for me. I just find them so often, and I don't know if that's because I'm in the Midwest here, that they're all over the place. I'm sure in the South you don't see that stuff as much, but I find it very often. This was a pair of women's cool pants. The name is not on the inside of these ones. I did look it up. I can't remember what it's called. It's like the connector, maybe something. I don't remember specifically. The sell-through on these was like 60%. Definitely a good pick. If you get cool pants, men's stuff is typically better, but the women's stuff, some of it does well as well. If you look under the care tag, it's just a, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that for you guys. I will try. Maybe you can see it. But that 4-digit code there, it's very easy. You just type that in, even to eBay, and a lot of times the listings will have that 4-digit style code on it, and you can get a good idea of what you're selling. I found another pair of, Under Armour Ripstop. So these Under Armour Ripstop pants have a fantastic sell-through rate, and they go for around $30, which is good because usually, you know, in the Goodwills in my area, the non-jean stuff is typically $5.99. So $5.99 to $30 for a fast flip, hopefully within 90 days. Definitely going to do that all day long. Great pickup. Next up is another pair of cool pants, but these are the Riders, I believe. Yeah, so these are the Rider jeans. These are pretty sought after. People like these. The black ones, they're just really nice. Pretty heavy duty, but still have a good amount of stretch to them. Men's jeans, and they go for $40 to $50. Definitely a good pickup. I'd probably pay up to, you know, 15, 16 bucks for these because they sell through quick. And then we've got more Duluth. So this is the Ballroom Double Flex. This might be the best style for Duluth when it comes to these like waistband written out styles. These ones have, I believe, over 100% sell through on them. They're really good. They sell for $30 to $35. So if you can get them for $8, they're probably going to sell within 30 days if you price them right and they're in good condition. So I'm always excited to see when I get the Flex Ballroom Double Flex. Next up, we have BKE. This is a pair of the Seth model. These ones I paid $8 for. The Seth model is good. There's only a few models of BKE that are still above 50%, and the Seth is definitely one of them. I think it's at around 60% sell-through. Those were a good pickup. I don't pick up all the BKE stuff. It used to be really popular, and it has declined quite a bit. Next up is a pair of Levi's vintage 505s, made in USA. They're not orange tab, so they're most likely 90s, probably late 90s. I could look on the tag, actually, and find out real quick. They are 98, so these are a great pickup. These ones sell for $40 to $50. I paid $7.99. I have a tough time leaving any vintage Levi's behind, and you'll see shortly another pair that I picked up that I just didn't know much about. So it was, you know, for me it was an easy call because I just grab them all when they're vintage because I love them. But for some other people, it might have been a little trickier to decide if you wanted to grab those or not. And I'll show you why I picked them up. These are Eddie Bauer First Ascent. So the First Ascent stuff, I show it almost in every video. This is another one similar to the Duluth stuff. And again, I don't know if it's just because I'm in the Midwest or maybe other resellers just see Eddie Bauer and they're like, no, I'm not going to grab it. These ones, the Guide Pro pants, they sell for $30 to $35. They sell very consistently. Men's and women's have good sell-through rate. Definitely be picking these up if you see these out there. I grab them all the time. I sell quite a bit of them. Next up are Carhartt. Probably very familiar. I paid, what did I pay for these? $7.99 for these. Big size, which is good for Carhartt. They are, here's some good keywords if you find some of these. They are the double knee cargo ripstop work pants. So these are a great pickup. If you find the double knees, typically the double knees are going to go for $40 to $50. I think I'm going to price these a little bit higher because they are ripstop and they've got the cargos on them. And then take offers down to like $50, but definitely a good snag. A Filson flannel, but this is, I think they call it the feather brushed, something along those lines. These go for around $50. Filson is an excellent brand. I imagine you pick up everything Filson when you find it out there, but I'm always very excited to find Filson when I see it. I don't find it often in my area. Next up, we've got some Tecovas jeans. Very nice. I was so impressed. This is my first time finding Tecovas jeans. These things feel like butter. It's almost piqued my interest enough to look into maybe picking some up that are my size. They're very nice jeans, very high quality. They feel like it. They look like it. These are awesome. These are definitely a great pickup, and they go for around $50. So Happy with that find. Next up, we got a cool one. So this one is a company called Sleeve Reaper. Never heard of it. Never seen it. I was at Plato's Closet, and they had it priced at $5, probably because they couldn't find anything. I was able to find one comp for it, and it sold for $65. So it's a pearl snap. It feels very heavy duty. It's almost like a micro corduroy, but just a nice high quality shirt, and that's what stood out. Also, the Made in USA tag on it stood out to me. So I'm gonna probably list this at around $60 and then take offers on it. But it's super cool. Let me know in the comments if you've ever heard of it. It's a company based out of Los Angeles. And the other listing I saw said something about a GoFundMe version. So maybe it's a brand new company and like they sent out some free shirts for the people who participated in their GoFundMe. I'm not sure, but it's definitely a cool shirt. Hopefully it sells. It's hard to say without much information out there, but that was a cool one. Next up is Under Armour. And you might not think much of them because they're just joggers. I mean, Under Armour stuff with camo on it typically does better than just your standard Under Armour stuff. But when you're out there, definitely look for the Storm. It's like a premium line that they do, and it's hunting geared. These pants, they go for around $40 to $50. So I did pay $8.99 for these, $9. Sell-through is really good on the Storm stuff. We're entering, I think it's bow season in our area, and rifle season is coming up. So we're still in a good time for hunting, and then hunting, obviously, in some places is all year round. People are picking this stuff up. But that's a great pickup if you find the Storm stuff out there. Here is, and this is what I was talking about earlier. So if you watched my last video, you probably saw me pick this up in the store. You can barely see that it says Made in USA on the back there. Also, it has like a burgundy tag or a maroon tag, which is a little strange, very uncommon. And I picked it up because they said Made in USA. I knew they were vintage. I saw the cut. They look like the 517s. They have a little bit of a boot cut, which the 517s are like, the vintage 70s 517s are barely boot cut. Like you can barely tell they're boot cut when you look at them. So the old school boot cut was not like flared like the newer ones are today. But these are vintage 70s 517. So I had to do quite a bit of digging. There's no care tags on the inside. I had to take pictures. I had to use ChatGPT's knowledge. But they're 517 vintage 70s Levi's, which is fantastic. I paid $8 for them. These sell anywhere from $100 to $200 depending on condition. These are in great condition other than this one flaw, and I'm going to try to get it out. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like a heavy-duty stain, but we'll see. Even with the flaw, I'm sure I'd be probably on the low end of about $100. So, you know, definitely keep an eye on this. People will look at these and go, okay, it just looks like there's no care tag. Looks like a junky older pair of Levi's with a stain on it. Not sure. But, you know, this stuff is worth digging into a little bit because this was definitely a great find. I'm always geeked out when I find the vintage Levi's. I just love them. I don't know what it is about them. I get excited. So this is Outdoor Research. Great company. Great sell-through. I think in general on the brand. I know their pants do really well because I've found some and sold them quickly. This is the label here, and you'll see on the side, Outdoor Research there. So it's a very unassuming kind of simple looking jacket. These ones go for around anywhere from $50 to $80. Depending on the model, some of them go for a lot more. This is kind of a lightweight thermal jacket, but definitely a great find, and I paid $8.99, I believe. Yeah, $8.99 for this, so definitely be on the lookout for Outdoor Research. This stuff sells really well. It's very popular, especially this time of year, hiking season, as we get into the colder weather. Great pickup. Speaking of hiking gear, this one I went a little crazy on, but I think it was the right move. So the Patagonia, it's the Nano Puffer. I paid $40 for this thing, which was a little scary, but I looked at the sell-through on the XXL, and the sell-through is almost around, it's like right around 100%, and these things sell for $100 to $120, and we are just getting into season, and the sell-through is already around 100%, so I think something like this is going to sell within a month to 45 days. So I'm okay with investing 40 bucks after fees and everything. I'll end up making an additional $40 to $50 if I get 110, 120 out of it. Even if it goes a little less, I should make my money back quickly. So I think that was a good find. I guess let me know in the comments, did I pay too much for that? Is $40 too much to invest in that one item? I'm not sure. I was definitely on the fence, but I went ahead and went with it. Next up, we've got 3 sweaters in a row, which is exciting because we are coming into sweater season. This is Pendleton. This is a 100%, what is it, lambs? It's not on, oh, it is on here. 100% pure virgin wool made in USA. It's the Country Traditionals line. These go anywhere from $50 to $80. I thought this was a really cool piece. I love to find Pendleton out there. I don't find it much in my area. I'm sure people don't in general just because it's, I don't know, people hold on to this stuff forever. It's very nice. Sell-through is good on Pendleton stuff. This was an exciting one to find. I love finding, like, vintage wool sweaters are just, I don't know, they're so cool to me. And speaking of sweaters, I guess we should have reversed the order, but this is a Ralph Lauren 100% cashmere sweater. And I talk about materials often. So with brands like this, you know, finding 100% cashmere blend or just the straight cashmere like this one, this is, it's definitely a good pickup, or at least worth looking up. These sell for anywhere from $50 to $100. Sell-through rate is pretty good. I want to say around 60% on these. And again, we're not really in sweater season yet, so that should climb. This was a great pickup. What did I pay for this? $5. So this was an awesome pickup. I was excited to get this. Ralph Lauren's like similar to Levi's for me. Again, I don't know why. There's just something about the branding that like really tickles me when I'm out there and I see it, and I'm excited to dig in, especially when I find a unique piece like this next one. This is a hunting jacket. It is merino lamb's wool, polo Ralph Lauren. It's got the padded elbows on it. This thing is beautiful. This is so cool. It's got the button pocket, the wooden button pockets. I don't know. There's just so much awesome stuff about this piece here. It's very nice. Feels really nice. I was so excited to get this. I paid $5 for this. This will probably sell somewhere between 100 and 200. Stuff like this, kind of like that jacket I sold a while ago, I price on the higher end. I don't know, just because I don't like to see it go, I guess. So I'll probably price this around 200 and take offers down to 150. But this is such a cool piece. I was so excited to see this. And, you know, hopefully I keep finding more stuff like this. This week was really filled with some special finds. I mean, this is 2 days worth of sourcing. I've got a big pile, probably equivalent to that. That's either repeats of some of the same stuff or, you know, some lesser, I guess, items that are just not as exciting. So I like to pick all the most exciting stuff for you guys, or, you know, the best brands or some unique stuff. This is probably the best find of the week. This is a vintage. It's made in USA. It's the, what, 70505, I believe. Yeah, 70505. This is the Type 3 trucker jacket. It's not big E, which means it's 70s or newer. This one is a 70s jacket. These sell for, it does have a tear in the back, if you can see there, which won't do a ton to diminish the value, but these sell for around $150. So this was a great pickup. It is a men's, I believe, size medium. So not the best size in the world, but another really cool piece. I've never found one of these before out there in the wild, and I was super excited to find this. So that's going to do it. I hope you guys learned either some new brands or some new styles to be on the lookout for when you're out there sourcing. I hope this information helps you guys. If you made it this far into the video, please like and subscribe. Really helps the channel grow. Recently made it to 1,000 subscribers, so thank you so much to all of you guys that are already subscribed, and I hope you guys enjoy your day. I'll see you soon.